Welcome to our daily devotional entitled The Applied Life. All right, so now we understand that we're to live our lives counterculturally, living with love one for another so all men can see the Father. But here again, we seem to miss the boat a little. We talk about, I love you with the love of the Lord. And we learn how to say the right things about love. But Jesus said in Luke that it's not the hearers of the word who are my disciples, but the doers of the word. It's not enough to know we must love, we must do love. We go straight for the spiritual and forget the practical. So how do we show the love of God to one another? Well, I have a favorite verse or a favorite saying that goes something like this. The spiritual always manifests itself practically. In 1 John 3, John talks about the practicality of love. In verse 16, he reiterates that we should lay down our lives for one another, but then goes directly into verse 17 and tells us the how of the practical. Whosoever has this world's good and sees his brother in need and shuts up his heart from him, how does the love of God abide in him? Verse 18 says this, let us love, or not love in word and tongue, but in deed and truth. In other words, find someone who's hurting or disenfranchised or hungry or needy and help them. Now the admonition here is not to go to them and preach the good news of the gospel. While that's a valuable thing, what the hungry man needs first of all is to quench his hunger. Practical. In another portion of Scripture, the writer talks about if you see your brother naked and cold and say to him, be blessed and warmed and go on your way, you've done absolutely nothing. The gospel of love is not a do-nothing gospel. It's the gospel of do something. Anything to show the world the love of God for them. And in so doing, you fulfill the law. And that is the applied life. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.